Hi, hello there. Welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Amberlynn Read, and I am sitting at my couch because she just dropped a video and I was comfy. I was playing my Sims. I did not want to get up. So, there you have it. Just got done decorating for Christmas. Yeah? You just can't not interrupt. Oh, you can see my Christmas tree. Can you? Get comfy. Get comfy. So, this is Amberlynn's newest video. Eating Taco Bell at 2 a.m., cooked my mom my famous chili, and making a personal charcuterie board. Cool. So, trying to think. Oh, before we go any further, I am an anthropologist by training. I am a retired archaeologist. If you guys want to know more about that, I've put out several videos at this point now explaining it, so. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. I just put the AMA out yesterday. So if you're interested in seeing the answers to the questions that were under the community board post and the short, go for it. I had a lot of fun answering the questions, and I don't know, they were good questions. People asked some really good questions. So I guess when I get the 4,000, I'll do another one. So trying to see how I am centered and nice. But that being said, let's get this done. She has sped up to the traditional 1.25 times. Do you want in the frame, or do you just want to... He never sits on the couch with me. Come here. What you want? You want the world to see you? You want the world to see you ignoring them? Can you lay here and not be a complete ass? Is that asking too much? Alright, let's get started here.
Hello, welcome to my vlog. So we're gonna start off with a little mini personal charcuterie board that literally is gonna be knockoff charcuterie board because it's not gonna be that great. So I have like a whole charcuterie board set up, to be honest. I have a whole moment. This big guy, but I'm gonna use this the small fella. So I'm gonna show you everything I'm gonna have on the plates. So
Gonna use this small. What was that? Who are you duck lipping? That was like the most random and unnecessary duck lip I've ever seen her do.
So in my last vlog, I hauled these for you guys. They're salted garlic chips. I still have not tried them, so I'm definitely gonna try these.
Are those just like cloves of garlic that have been like freeze dried or something? Because I'm kind of interested.
To my fridge. Obviously, we're gonna have some salami.
Obviously.
Port wine cheese spread with like almonds. So we're gonna have some of that. So we have Kalamata olives, but I also have green olives, so I'm gonna be doing those. And then over here in my wannabe pantry, I have these pretzels that I also got. Pink Himalayan salt, multigrain flatbread.
Hooray.
So now I'm gonna assemble it. I'm gonna put you guys on my little tripod. Okay.
Oh my god, she's gonna use a tripod. Holy crap on a stick, you guys. Is she gonna start using a ring light next? I don't have a lot of room to talk about light today. But I will.
Okay, first things first, let's add the cheese. Now we're gonna add some salami. Yes. I promise if I was doing this for like a get together and not just by myself, I would like be decorative. Like I would fold them.
I don't understand people who go that far of the extra mile. People are just gonna eat it. Just lay it out so it doesn't look like it just came out of the package and call it a day.
I would have like fruit and veggie. And before anyone says anything, no, I'm not gonna eat all this cheese. That would literally make me sick. I just did it, you know, because it looks cute. So next is some of the olives. Just gonna add there. I'm also gonna put the green olives here. Only need a few. And then I'm gonna take some of the crackers. They're actually a lot longer than I was expecting them to be. And then some of these garlic chips. Oh my god, this looks so bad. Like I need something here. If I could have anything here right now, it would definitely be strawberries.
Strawberries are out of season right now anyway, honestly. I was gonna say something tart, but to be perfectly honest, strawberries are out of season and they just don't taste good.
But we're gonna stick with something else. They're like hot tamales.
Totally the same thing.
They're like little candies. Okay, this doesn't look half bad. I'm not gonna lie. I do have like a little cheese spreader. Let me see if I can find it. So it should be in here. Yes. It came with the, oh, do you guys hear the siren? I hope everything is okay.
Amen.
So this actually came as a whole set. So
Oh
it's
my
pretty
god,
neat.
it came as a
So
whole
I can't really show you guys, or
set?
it's gonna fall, but you guys already saw what it looked like. While I eat, I'm actually gonna be watching the new Squid Games, The Challenge. Okay.
Alright. First off, did people miss the point of Squid Games? Like, was that completely lost on everyone? Because, like, the point of Squid Games was that people will participate in a sudden death game just for money. So, let's make a TV show where people are participating in a game for money. Like, what part of this did y'all miss?
Let's taste test a garlic chip. Like, what is that? Okay.
That swallow. Most dramatic swallow ever. We're saving this face. Hang on.
Texture is crunchy. Flavor is garlicky. She's good. Now I'm gonna take my little cheese spreader.
Connoisseur Lynn over here.
And we're about to spread some cheese. You know what I'm saying?
That's not really a cheese
crack.
spread.
Told you.
Okay, well, first things, that's not a cheese spreader. Secondly, if you don't, with those kind of cheese balls, you're supposed to take them out and let them sit for like 5 minutes or something. They're supposed to be soft so that they will spread. You're not supposed to, I mean, you can eat them cold, but they're meant to be eaten at like room temperature so that they will actually spread.
How about let's just like dollop it on there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I've ever had this cheese before. Sounds familiar. Who knows? But let's do a taste test.
No.
Mmm.
If I take this off of you, will you leave me alone?
That's so good.
Great. Go away now. Or sit there and clean yourself, whichever.
Okay, I'm gonna add some cheese. We're gonna do a whole moment, okay? I'm gonna add
Whole
some
moment?
salami. So we got the salami there. We're gonna have an olive. All right. Cheers.
That was a weird jump cut.
10 out of 10, recommend. Okay, so
Is she toning down her mukbangs because she doesn't want to look like she's spastically orgasmically eating? Or is she toning down, or is this one just kind of toned down because she doesn't actually really like the food that much? You know? I'm just wondering because this one, compared to pretty much anything else she's ever eaten on camera, she was very low energy, very unconvincing. She does not like the cheese. Just judging by how much of everything she ate. I mean, she cleaned up the meat, but like it looks like she only had like 2, maybe 3 slices of that cheese. She ate all the olives. Kalamala olives are my faves, so. And those big juicy green Greek olives, but they still have the seeds in them most of the time, so but those are good.
I ate all of the salami and the olives, and that's everything else I have left. So I'm just gonna go put the cheese back in the fridge, and that was a really good meal. It was very satisfying.
That's not a meal.
Y'all, I don't know what it is, but the sky is literally doing something for me. Look how cool it looks. I don't know. I just had to share the beauty of Mother Nature. Y'all, it is storming for the first time since I have been living in Oklahoma.
Boob vision.
It like literally looks like a flood.
Seriously though, she should just put two googly eyes right there. You know, you can get those giant googly eyes. She should just slap one on each one of them, since that's where she wants our attention anyway. That way we can still be making eye contact, even though we have to be staring at her chest.
It's happening outside. There's lightning, thunder, like my poor babies are so scared. And this is only the 3rd time it's rained. Like what? So I wanted to show you the tumblers that I got from the good old Walmart. Look at how gorgeous. Tell me these aren't beautiful.
I was thinking she got like glasses, like a glass tumbler, like a 8 to 12-inch drinking glass. Apparently not.
Literally the same quality as the Starbucks ones, which I'll show you the ones
Literally?
I have. Oh, I need to wash these before I put them away, obviously.
Obviously.
But the ones that I do have, I have a pink one and like a maroon. These are both Starbucks brand. And then I also think I got this from Walmart. And then I have the Stanley. If we want to talk,
She had to have that Stanley Cup. Had to have it. And she had to have it in that rose pink color. And now it's hidden all the way in the back where she'll never see it again. The Starbucks cup thing, I know there's a lot of people that collect the Starbucks cups, and I'm not gonna lie, they are kind of cute, but does Amber need to be collecting them? Like, they're fun to look at, I guess. I don't really know. I don't personally like these kind of things because they're hard to clean and they're hard to keep clean, and after you've used them fairly regularly for any length of time, they start to like dull up and crack and stuff like that. It's just, I don't, in general, I don't like them because they just don't work for very long. The Stanley Cup, I don't know. I just think it's stupid. I guess if you put something on TikTok, though, it's going to be the next big thing.
cups in general, this is all that I have. I have 2 of these guys, 2 of these, 1 mug, those, and now these cuties.
Where'd all the rest of her stuff go? Because that's not what she packed. Or what she said she was packing. I know she got rid of a bunch of stuff before she moved, but she packed way more than that when she moved. So she must have gotten rid of some more stuff in between moving and, well, coming from one apartment into the next.
So as you guys know, I discovered Gatorade Zero.
You did? Holy crap. Thank you.
Glacier Freeze, which is literally the best. I started drinking it, I started becoming obsessed with it, and people were like, Amberlynn, you don't actually need that. Maybe I don't. But I will say what I have noticed is ever since I started drinking these, I feel more hydrated and I don't really get Charlie horses in my legs anymore.
There's a lot just got said there. I don't think she understands that. How is she not tested? How does she not have diabetes? Like type 2. How? I don't believe it, especially after that statement. I don't believe it. Charlie horses in her legs, she's drinking. It's no.
So I am trying to like be up, moving, doing more. So when that happens, sometimes at night while I'm sleeping, I get Charlie horses. But ever since I started drinking this, I don't get them anymore. But then I sadly went to the store and they didn't have Gatorade Zero.
Oh no, they were out.
Glacier Freeze. And I was like, crap, what do I do? So I ended up being without these for like a week and I started getting Charlie horses again. I was like, is this a coincidence? I don't know. So I
Imagine this being the most complicated thing in your day is whether or not you're going to be able to drink Gatorade or not. Also, if you are getting Charlie horses every night when you go to sleep, might want to go to the doctor. I don't care if the Gatorade makes it go away. You might want to go to the doctor because if drinking something packed with electrolytes is making the Charlie horses go away, that means you have a deficiency in your diet somewhere. And you might want to know what it is so that you can correct it, or you might be finally getting the diabetes. So
I said, screw it. Since I can't get the zero, I'll just get the regular one, which does suck, I will say, because it's like look at those carbs, look at the sugars, look at the calories.
it's 80 calories for the bottle. What is the carbohydrates? 20 something? What's your point? Are you I'm almost positive she's doing a low carb thing, some kind of dirty low carb, but the carbs only count if they're from certain sources kind of a thing. Like those crackers probably didn't count for some reason, and neither did the candies or something to that thing. I don't know. But she's doing something low carb. Because this isn't the first time she's mentioned the carbs in the food, so I wouldn't say dirty keto because she's not even close to doing that, but it's kind of the same concept, only carbs, low carb. Anyway, I don't know. If this thing is 0 sugar, how does it have carbs? Yeah, I don't, that one, I'm confused about that one
The
actually.
one I usually drink has zero all of that, and it's crazy, but I prefer the zero. Like this one, it tastes great. Like I
Oh
love.
my God, I prefer the zero. Are you, what is the point of this segment? Are you complaining that somewhere the world is conspiring against you that you can't get Gatorade Zero? Like, are you trying to convince us that you like Gatorade Zero over Gatorade regular? And I guess that does explain the sugars because there's actual sugar in those. Um, because it's not the zero, it's regular. Anyway, what is the point of this segment?
Love it. I'm obsessed. I'm definitely gonna drink them. But the other one tastes so much better. Hello, hello. It
That's the biggest problem she had that day.
is the next day. If I look tired, I am tired. So 2 nights ago, I only slept for 2 hours.
Hey, we're back to this again. To be perfectly frank, I normally cannot tell when she has or hasn't slept well. She always basically looks the same, unless she's really rough for some reason. But
And then last night, I only slept for 4. So, you know what? I'm grateful that I got any sleep at all. But I am definitely low on energy. I'm tired. It was all worth it though.
are you sure it's the lack of sleep?
But my mom and her boyfriend are actually coming over today, and I'm gonna be making some chili. This is
Hooray!
the first time that she's ever had my cooking ever. Like, I'm 32, and she has never ate my cooking before, so that's gonna be fun and interesting. And I know there's like jokes, there's memes, whatever it may be, where people talk about my chili online, but everyone in my real life who has ever tried it thinks it's the best. Like, one of my exes, the pickiest ever.
My chili's the best chili. That's all there is to it. Honestly, Amber's chili is not that big of a deal. I know there's a lot of people that freak out about it, but it's this is one of the reasons why I'm constantly like, are you sure she's not from the Midwest? That's a Midwest style chili right there. The tomato juice, the chicken broth's a little much, but the tomato juice and the canned tomatoes and yeah, that's all Midwest. There's nothing weird about it, honestly. She just likes it really runny for some strange reason.
And she said that's the best chili she's ever had. So literally anyone who's ever tried it loves it. I love it. Like, I do know how to cook. I have made some very questionable
No, no. Look, I'll defend your chili, but no, no.
choices in the past with soups, especially when I was dating Destiny. Very questionable. They always tasted good. I would never make a soup like that now. I just want to make that very clear.
Soup is soup, man. Soup is whatever. Soup is broth and stuff. You know, it's like stir fry. It's just stuff fried quickly in a wok or in a pan. There's no there's no hard rule for those things. And honestly, the chili looks pretty good. And yes, putting corn in the chili is a Midwest thing. That actually that looks a lot thicker than normal. I know she bought all the brothy stuff, but it doesn't look like she used it.
So my chili is
That's really thick for her. That's like actual chili.
almost done. It's been simmering for about 20
Why,
minutes
why are
now.
you
So
using a
I'd say it probably has
spat?
about 10 more.
Why are you using a flipper? Weirdo. This is why I don't believe you know how to cook.
Okay, so my mom and her boyfriend have been gone for some hours. I didn't vlog
And
because
hours
I'll
and
vlog in front of my mom.
hours. What is going on here? We got one here and one here. Like, they're like where your glasses would rest if they were on your nose, kind of a thing, but they're like really far apart. What's going on? They're like identical. They're in the exact same spot on either side of her face. Weird.
But I get a little shy to vlog in front of her boyfriend. Like, me and him get along really good. I really like him, but
You get along well.
like I get nervous vlogging in front of certain people. But I was shocked. They loved my chili. They both got up to get a second
Hooray.
bowl, and I was like, okay, I did that. Normally, I make my chilies more like a chili soup because I really love broth. But I wanted to make it more thick this time. Came out really freaking good. I like to eat mine with Fritos, so my mom had hers with Fritos as well.
I like my chili with Fritos. I like what they used to call it, a walking taco. You take a bag of Fritos and you basically put like taco meat and all of the fixings inside of it, and then you just kind of eat it straight out of the bag. That's a thing. It's a real thing. Look it up. Um, but no, I like putting Fritos in my chili. I like chili mac. I like the chili spaghetti that you could have gotten at like Steak and Shake, but like when I make it at home, it's not as good because restaurant food. Probably shouldn't be eating it anyway. But yeah, no. Normally I eat mine over rice though. Just plain old white rice.
But her boyfriend requested saltines, so I got those for him.
Yeah, and my dad would eat oyster crackers. Like they had to be oyster crackers, but it's the same principle. I think my grandfather would eat the saltines with his chili.
And then while we were eating, I had them watch A Simple Favor, but it turns out I've already had my mom watch that movie. If you guys know me, that's my favorite movie. But her boyfriend's never seen it. So yeah, an amazing movie, and there's gonna be a second one that's supposed to come out at the end of 2024, like the beginning of 2025. So
I feel like I need to watch this movie now, just so I can, just so I can be properly judgy.
hurry it up.
What the hell?
Hello. Hey.
Hi.
I'm actually about to just have some of these hot tamales. I used to eat these as a little girl. Let's do like a random little story time. So my dad,
Cool.
when I was younger, when I lived with him, yes, I was in foster care. People get confused because like I'll share stories about like foster care and then like times where I lived with my parents. I'm like, yes, both of those things happened.
I don't know why people have a hard time with that. I also don't think as many people have a hard time with it as she wants to believe they do. But
anyways, my dad had his own lawnmower shop. Like he had his own business. A lot of sketchy things have happened
lawnmower.
there. Things I remember, things that my mom had.
How sketchy can a lawnmower shop be? Was he like bootleg stripping down other people's lawnmowers for parts? I mean, sure, I guess it could be a chop shop for lawnmowers. I'm sure that exists. You know, you wouldn't take much to convince me. I just like, how shady can a lawnmower shop be?
Recently reminded me about, girl, maybe we could share some of those stories some other time. But I loved going there, and I would sit in a little like office thing, and when someone would come up, I'd be like, okay, let me look at my dad. There is distinct fun things I do remember. One of them is we had this like huge Popeye machine that we actually had in like the lobby. So I played that a lot, and then we had like this little like candy machine, and I would always eat the and I would sit in a little like office thing, and when someone would come up, I'd be like, okay, let me look at my dad. There is distinct fun things I do remember. One of them is we had this like huge Popeye machine that we actually had in like the lobby. So I played that a lot, and then we had like this little like candy machine, and I would always eat the hot tamales out of there. That's literally my story time. Like when I tell you I have some interesting stories from that place, I mean it. But hot tamales reminds me of that era of my life. It's kind of like not good, but like I was craving them, so I was like, oh my god. But like my memory and my heart is just like, ooh.
I don't even know what to do with that. So, when you eat the hot tamales, they give you bad memories, and you know that, but your craving for them overrode the knowledge that the tamales will trigger you, so you bought them to eat them knowing that they're going to trigger you when you eat them.
Hello.
Hi.
So, oh my god, I just stood outside for an hour. I was waiting for the
All right, I remember this part. Something's going on. She's on something. She's drunk. I know she's getting ready to tell us she stood out in the cold. It's 2 a.m. No one stands outside for an hour waiting for their Uber driver to deliver their food. Nobody. Nobody unless they're like high or they're actually polite and know that you're gonna have a hard time finding their apartment, which I don't see her doing. Also, this weird ass story she's getting ready to tell.
Uber because I got
Look
some
at her.
Taco
Uber?
Bell. It's a moment. It's fine, I promise. And I met
A moment of what?
a guy, and I shaked his hand, and it has to be the softest hand I've ever felt.
Okay, first off, why are you touching your driver? Don't do that. It's called contactless delivery for a reason. Please don't touch your drivers. Secondly, girl, you have absolutely no room to talk about soft hands. You haven't done a day of manual labor in probably your entire life. So, girl, please, don't even start. And secondly, or thirdly, I guess, don't touch your drivers, man. That's creepy weird. He was probably like, gotta go. Also, they're not paid by the hour to sit there and chit chat with you. They're not your therapist. They get paid by the delivery, not by the hour.
So, anyways, I was out there for like an hour. I didn't realize I was gonna be out there for an hour, but the Uber was running very behind, which happens, I'm not complaining.
Why were you waiting outside?
But it's like 33 degrees and I wasn't wearing a coat. My nose like burns and my cheeks burn and my fingers were numb. But my nose like burns and my cheeks burn and my fingers were numb, but we're okay. Are
we though?
gonna do a Taco Bell haul.
She's on something. This is one of the few times where you could convince me that she finally took enough gummies or something. Because she's acting really strange.
Yeah. So I was massively craving. They're just like chips and nachos, so you just get those little chips and nachos. Okay. Chips and cheese. And then a little bit of chips that we got there. And yes, it's actually 2 a.m. right now. Oh boy. And I got 2 of these tacos because they're like my favorite. It's just like the regular hard taco, but it's like the cheese one.
The Loco tacos. I deliver way too much Taco Bell.
So you guys have seen me like do a mukbang of this. That's bomb.
Did you see that she cut the part where her eyes roll back in her head? There's something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Some chips at the bottom of the bag, so score for me. Anyways, I don't know. Hi. I'm not doing Vlogmas this year. It's been weird for me. Everyone just uploaded their first Vlogmas video, and I am like, oh, that was once gonna be me. That once was me. And instead, I am eating Taco Bell in my bed. Hello. So it's
I have no words. I'm gonna have to process this one.
been like 10 minutes. These chips are the grossest things I've ever tasted.
They're Taco Bell chips. What were you expecting? Gourmet tortillas? They don't make them in house. Taco Bell. Nobody eats Taco Bell because it's okay, Taco Bell does taste good, but we all know it's shame food. So nobody eats Taco Bell because they think it's good for you or that it's actually good. Also, the chips just exist to get the cheese into your mouth. Everybody knows that. God.
I was looking forward to this more than anything else.
Oh my god, your whole day is ruined. The whole day. Do it all over again.
Tastes like poisoned, bitter oil chips.
That face. Ah, she is very disappointed in that chip. That chip has ruined her entire night. Just all of it. From 2 a.m. forward. This day will never be right because that chip betrayed her.
Disgusting. Okay, so
Money, she still ate him anyway.
we're always in this dang fridge, aren't we? Yes.
Yes.
I have a few buzz balls. Don't come for me. Since most of my meal sucked.
That's the second or third time she said that this episode.
I'm gonna have a few pieces of salami. So
she had 2 whole tacos, which granted, they're like the tacos really aren't that much. But she ate 2 whole tacos. I will not believe that she didn't eat the chips and the cheese. Which honestly isn't really that much, but now she's coming back for the salami. I saw that vat of chili. There's no way she doesn't have leftovers. Just eat some more chili. But I don't think that's what's happening here. This is like munchies. So I guess as Mother Goose would say, Amber appears to be relaxed. Very relaxed to me. This kind of behavior, if she was like, yeah, I'm still using gummies, I would believe it now. But this is honestly the first time she's ever acted this way. So, or at least on camera, where I would be like, okay, I get it. I see it. Okay. Never before this, though. Also, there's just her eyes just aren't right. They haven't been right this entire time.
Huh. Salami's so good. Like, I realized everything about salami is the very thing that I hate in life. Cold, gross, red looking meat that is just everything I hate. Really, really, truly. Like, ew. But I grew up on it. So,
Yeah, she ain't right.
I'm used to it. I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. It's not healthy by any means, but
Shove some more of it in your mouth and keep talking. It's like the marshmallow challenge. Fluffy bunny.
she's tasty. So yes, salami instead of poisoned chip oil.
And we're done. She edited this also and then put it up. It's almost 13 minutes, you guys. It is an almost 13-minute video. We almost made it 13 minutes. What happened? Let's see. That whole last segment with the Taco Bell and then the rest of the salami. I don't know what she's on, but she's on something. I don't know if she's had one too many buzz balls. She usually gets pretty red when she's drinking, though. Her eyes were... Honestly, this is the first time I've ever seen her look and act the way I would expect somebody who was on gummies to do. So you could convince me of that one. The charcuterie board, sure, whatever. Just word for the wise, when you get cheese balls like that, you need to let them sit out till they get to at least room temperature, or they're not going to spread. Just, FYI. Her chili looked really good. That looks like chili, for once. We had the chili discussion already, so there you go. I'm glad she didn't make it as soupy as she normally does. I don't particularly like soupy chili like that, but I know lots of people around me and I grew up with who make their chili that runny. It's a thing. What else happened? Yeah, and then Taco Bell. That was a thing. These videos are getting choppy. I'm noticing with her editing. Like, her editing's not I was going to say fabulous, fantastic to begin with, but when she gets choppy like this, I've always said this part, like, this is her punishing the audience, and I feel like she's doing the same thing with the editing here. Like, normally when she's in punishment mode, she'll just cut the video, kind of like she's done here, and she did a couple times in the last one. She just bam, done. I mean, yes, we get this thanks for watching thing, but she doesn't say goodbye or anything. She doesn't wrap up the video or anything like that. She's just like, whack, done. That's usually her punishing us as the audience. But now she's doing that exact same thing throughout the video. Like, her different segments are getting very like, whoosh, done. Next segment, whoosh, next, kind of a thing. And I wonder if this isn't another form of like passive aggressive punishment for us, because it's very jarring. And editing wise, it's very amateurish. And I know Amber's capable of doing better because I've seen her do it. So there's that. So I do wonder if we're not going through since she's not getting the sympathy and the ass pats that she was hoping for with her whole re-heartbreak era, or maybe things aren't going great with new boo. New boo. So she's, or maybe things are going great with new boo, and so she's got to like spend all of her time and tension love bombing new boo. So there's that. That could be happening too. Somebody was telling me that Amber and whoever the other girl is have already publicly declared their love for each other on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, so I don't know. But I guess if she's already done it on Facebook, we'll eventually get caught up. We'll eventually find out on camera, I guess. Yeah. Nobody stands out in the cold. No one stands out in 30-degree weather for over an hour waiting on your Uber Eats driver. If you do, there's a reason you're doing it. So, there's that. And what else is there? This is a really short video, you guys, because there's just not a lot to react to. Oh, the weird Gatorade rant. the whole time, the whole time she was doing that, other than me just trying to figure out what the point of it was, seemed okay. One of the things that you can rely on in Amber's videos is her highlighting her consumerism. Amber really likes to show off what she's bought, whatever it is. Whatever she's bought, she likes to show it off. That's her thing. So but the things that she's been highlighting lately, even her food hauls, have not been great. And I'm just wondering if she's she's not shopping as much as she used to. And when she does go out shopping, she doesn't buy very much anymore. Um, and so she's, how to put this? She's trying to show us that she's still purchasing things. She's still buying. She's still acquiring new things. She still has consumer power. But the quality of said things is definitely dipping, and the frequency that she has to show us new things is dipping, kind of a thing. Also, we didn't get a Lego update. WTF? Come on, man. I want to see this. I'm really into the Lego. I am actually into the Lego. So that kind of a thing. It's just it feels like she doesn't have anything to show us purchase wise, but she still wants to show us that she's purchasing things. And so again, and it's the whole like name brand thing. It's got to be Gatorade. I'm kind of surprised she bought the off-brand tumblers from Walmart, considering she does have the Starbucks tumblers. So that kind of surprises me. I also find it strange that she's got the Stanley Cup in the back and not up front where it's more prominently displayed, especially considering it is by value more important than the Walmart tumblers. So I don't know. Um, but that is kind of interesting that like she just doesn't seem to be buying as much, which I'm sure people are going to speculate about. But at the same time, if she is buying things, she's not displaying it anymore, and so she's not she's either playing humble by not displaying big ticket items or lavish expenditures like she's done in the past, or she's just not making those types of purchases right now. The Legos that she bought are probably the most expensive thing I've seen her buy recently, with maybe the exception of her grocery hauls. But that's like food for the week or something. I don't know. But as far as like frivolous things, that the Lego is the biggest thing I've seen her purchase since she moved to Oklahoma. So didn't she buy herself a purse? But either way, that Pac-Man Lego kit I think was close to $300. I know she hasn't bought a purse that expensive. So that's just an interesting, for me, that's an interesting thing that I've noticed is just like her lack of large purchases, and yet she's still trying to display wealth by showing off the purchases that she is making, even though they're very small or insignificant or even just not that common right now. So don't know what that means. Maybe she's spending too much money at the casino. Yeah, maybe she's drinking too much. I don't know. But either she's not spending money or the money's going somewhere else. Maybe she's building up a nest egg. I don't know. I do feel like Amber's a little bit more responsible with money than people give her credit for, but I also have nothing to support that. So my guess is as good as anyone else's. That's my big insight this time, is just the consumerism angle of it all. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Do you think is she spending more? Is she spending less? Is she spending roughly the same amount as you've seen her spend in the past? Because it really doesn't seem that way to me. I could give her crap about the whole Vlogmas thing. She's going to be as active in December as she normally is, so she's just not going to call it Vlogmas this year. It's just going to be the normal stuff she puts up in December. If you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and put a... Is there a mermaid? Is there a mermaid emoji? put a mermaid emoji down in the comments section, or if that isn't there, put a coffee for Starbucks. So either a mermaid or coffee. Those are your options. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. I know this one was kind of dull and kind of boring, which is why I kind of decided to harp on the consumerism angle of it. But there you have it. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye!